wish I had said something. Do you guys ever have that when a fan walks away where you say, I can't believe I just said that?
When a fan walks away from us?
Yeah, do you ever have that where you're like, what did I just say to them? Yeah.
I had one where there was a mistaken, where the young lady misheard me, and it was at a convention actually, and she came up, and she was very sweet, very young, and I was like, hey, you know, Jared, I forget what her name was, let's say it was Tiara. Let's say it was Ashley, or Amy, let's say it was Amy. And I was like, hey, how are you? And she looks at me and goes, 17? I was like, so, was that? Was it? Yes. So, and I was like, that was a strange answer.
Hi, how are you? Pancakes.
In my head, she walked away to like a parental figure, who then she recounted the story to, because the parental figure she was with,
me.
She was like, hey, and turned around and was like, all her how old she is? There was no one look, it was just the look, and I was like, oh my god, she's telling her parent that I asked her how old she was, that's a primo. And she was like, how are you, 17? I don't know what that means. And she goes on, I was like, wait. And then I see like a disagreeing look from you. And I'm like, oh my god, she thinks I'm like hitting on her. Something that little daughter.
Oddly enough, later that day, I saw her, asked her how old she was, and she goes, good.
Hey, with the girl that I pulled up next to last night in the car and was singing, does she happen to be here? Yeah, she's right over there. Where are you?
Tiny dancer?
Hi. Okay, so that made my head, by the way. So I pull up to her. What's your name? Michaela. Pulled up to Michaela, and she's got Tiny Dancer, Elton John, just blaring on her radio.
Windows roll down.
Great song.
Rocking a Saturday night.
It's just a stoplight. There's no other cars in sight. Cliff and I pull up right next to her. My window's down. There she is. She doesn't really notice. She's just into her music and waiting for the light to turn. And it was right at when the chorus drops. And Cliff just goes, we should sing. And so, Cliff and I used to hope it all settles down today. And she turns to look with almost like this kind of disgusted look on her face, like really? What went from really turn to this? She goes, whoa. Instantly started reversing. And my favorite part was Michaela. Okay, why not?
So Michaela, obviously this is the first story I hear in the morning. And are your parents here, or is that your car, or? Okay, good. Then I'm gonna tell the rest of it. So they proceed to tell me about. They get on the highway, and her car's going across 8 lanes this way. And they're like, what is wrong with her? And so Philip pieces up, and she's just like this. A couple of weeks ago, my wife and I went to go see Willie Nelson play his 50th anniversary. Yeah, we went to a place called Don's Depot in Austin. It's kind of like this hole-in-the-wall, like Austin staple. And we go in, and it's a mixture of like college kids and like parents. And so these 4 college-age girls were kind of excited. They came running up. Can we take a picture? We love Gilmore Girls. 3 of them were really excited. 3 of them were really excited, and one was like the friend who was like, I don't know, my friends are crazy, and she took the picture of me and her 3 friends. Then afterwards she was like, so Gilmore Girls? I was like, yeah. She's like, I think I've heard that show. What did you do? And I was like, oh, I was one of the boyfriends. And she goes, oh, cool. Were you boyfriend of the daughter or the mom? I was 17, young lady. And I filmed it before you were born, so shut up. On that note, I think I wouldn't mind working again. Thank you for listening.
We took a trip over to Prague this past week. I've never been, and I just wanted to kind of hop around a little bit. And we were at the Prague Castle. I don't know if you all know what I'm talking about. And we were, being tourists. We were sightseeing, and we were kind of walking through these, catacombs, these things. There were other people taking the tour or walking around on their own. And at one point, I turned a corner, and there was a teenage couple that were right there, and the young boy just looked at me and goes, "Ah!" The reason, I mean this close. He was just.
The reason is because he realized that, oh my God, Prague Castle is haunted. Anyways, it's a huge park, tens of thousands, if not 100,000 people walking around, and I'm sitting there talking to my buddy Logan, and we're chatting, we're talking about Jen, the kids, and yada yada, and I look over and I see a girl walking in a tank top, and it's a Love Yourself First tank top. And I was like, Logan, 1 second, man. And so I walk over to her, and I tap her on her shoulder, and I go, hey, I love your shirt. Thank you so much for spreading the message. And she goes like this, yeah. And carries on walking. And I was like, that's not how I expected it to go. About 10 minutes later, then she walked away going like, yeah, and don't get any ideas, creepo. Basically, security is a tall creep. About 10-15 minutes later, I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and it's her. And she's like, it's now, I guess, sat in. And she's like, I'm so embarrassed. She's like, it just freaked me out, and I didn't know what to say. What will I say to you? And I was like, you kind of just said, yeah. She's like, oh my God. I'm so sorry. It's my favorite tank top and this and that. We ended up taking a picture. I'll tweet it someday. I asked her, I was like, hey, can I tweet this? Because it was so cool. I've seen that at food airports, and I've seen that. And it's so neat to me to see the message out there from the SBN family, just kind of making the world a better place, spreading love and kindness and acceptance. And so that was a real treat to me. Stuff like that, fun little moments.